Hey, good people. It is Jamie, and it is our October Community Connect Live. So, I will see who hops on. Hello, hello. This is the end of the month. We do this the end of every month. I just hop on, connect with the community, see what's going on, share what's going on in this space, and answer some questions if there's any questions. And today I'm going to be going over some tips to help you with as we prepare for as we prepare for let me move this, the holiday season. It's going to be a little different this time because of the pandemic and COVID-19. So I just had a few tips to help you with your mental space. And it's already a challenging time for a lot of us, some of us going into this season, so even more so now. So I thought that as we get into November, we can get into that. So let me start with the usual recap of what went on. Hey, Jess, the recap. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? We'll get into the recap, then I'll answer any questions you guys have, and then we'll get into the tips for the holidays, all right? So got my notes here so I can stay on track. I'm actually gonna flip this around if I can, just to go over and give a visual of what we got into. So we had a lot going on in October, guys. So if you have not been to 𝒥𝒶𝓂𝒾𝑒, make sure that you go and subscribe. And so as you will see, we had 12 personal boundaries that will change your life blog post. We had 10 steps to living your happiest life. If you go on the website, you will also see the podcast you can click. You can click from community here and see the podcast, or you can just open it up right here. And I actually had 5 podcasts for October. So you definitely want to go and check those out. If you have not, you can go right here on the website. You can go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So we had Moving Past Your Fear, Why Not You, Get Your Time Back, Vision, you have to see it, and then Setting Personal Boundaries. All of those were for the month of October, and the longest one isn't even 5 minutes, guys. I keep it simple yet significant. So lots of good stuff on the website: personal growth blogs, relationships, self-care, a lot of good stuff there. If you click on coaching, you will see the services that I provide. And, you can schedule your complimentary discovery call with me. And that's to see if we're a good fit. Talk about what you got going on. See where I can help you out. Hey, Jasmine. And one-on-one coaching. And, of course, I do impact speaking as well. So that's a quick little review of 𝒥𝒶𝓂𝒾𝑒. Again, connect. Make sure you're subscribed. This is the Vision and Goals workshop that we have going on. So sign up if you have not signed up for that. So that is my quick rundown of what we did in October. And next Saturday is the first Vision and Goals workshop. I'm running it twice. So mostly everybody signed up for the 7th. So I know that's going to be a full group there. And then the 14th. So whatever is more convenient, it is the same workshop, 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm just giving 2 dates. So whatever is more convenient for you. Yes, the tan, Jess. I'm trying to hold on to this color as much as I can. So that is, we got some stuff coming up as well as the Vision and Goals workshop. I'm opening the wait list for the Piece of Happy boot camp that will be kicking off. That's a 21-day boot camp, and I'm excited about launching that. The wait list will be open. You can go over to @PieceOfHappyBootCamp and sign up so that you get first dibs to secure your space. When registration is open, I will send it to that list first before I put it out to the public. So lots of good stuff happening, lots of ways to connect, engage, and grow. So let's see what else we have. That was October. Q&A. Any questions? Drop them in the comments. Had a couple of questions already. What services do I offer? I just covered that. The one-on-ones. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Thanks for popping on. I just did a quick recap of October, so check out any podcasts you may have missed. Went over to the website. If you have not registered for the free Vision and Goals workshop, next Saturday is the first one, and the next one is the following Saturday. Make sure you do that. If you are not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and stay connected so that you don't miss out on any perks, anything going on. I just did an order for one of my favorite designs, the self-made with the strike through and God made, one of my favorite designs. So the Happy Shop is also open. But now, question on the one-on-ones. I offer the one-on-ones. I offer a complimentary discovery call to see what you have going on and if it's a good fit for us to work together. So that answers that question. What else I have going on? I already did that. Best relationship advice. Best relationship advice. I give lots of tips on relationship. Best relationship advice off the top, I would say, and anybody on, drop yours, because sharing is caring. We grow better together. I would say off the top of my head now, I'll go with oh, thanks, Lynn. You got to get some gear for sure. Practice gratitude for one another. I think I talked about that recently. So yes, gratitude for one another, not taking each other for granted. And I would say to appreciate each other's individuality so that you don't kind of lose yourself in one another. Appreciate the differences and why you loved what you loved about that person to begin with. Yes, great advice. Ask for what things. Coach Just B is on here. She said, ask for what you need. Definitely. Excellent relationship advice. Communicate clearly, right? Don't assume the person can read your mind. Be specific. That goes back to the boundaries that I mentioned too, personal boundaries, and ask for what you need. Communicate your needs, wants, limits, right? Lynn says, keep dating each other. Yes. I have to smile when I get to that one because that is important. I always tell my husband that I want to stay. I'm wife, but I also want to be girlfriend, because that's the fun stage. Yeah, we're wife, we get everything with the wife, but the girlfriend's fun, right? Which is why I'm in, be trying to. So be the girlfriend too. So yes. No mind readers, right. So, and thank you ladies for contributing. I love this. This is why I like connecting and community connect. I can post all day long my tips and my perspective, but we grow better together when, other ladies can contribute. Married or not, we're all grown, so we've all been in relationships. You can definitely bring something. So I appreciate you ladies for contributing. And if you think of anything else, just drop it in. I'll read it out. That was relationship advice. And the fourth question, stay happy. Good. Oh, why? And I get that a lot too. How do I stay happy? A perfect example is today. I choose it. That's the short answer. I choose happy. I've expressed before that I believe happiness is a mindset. Happiness. And I choose happy. Today, so since we got back from Aruba, let me back up. I have been missing it, right? We came back to this cold weather. I'm not a background on me. I'm a summer person. I love the warm weather, and so I already get kind of blah when not seasonal depression. It's not that extreme, but I get blah with the cold. Spring and summer is my thing, which is why my goal is to live somewhere warm year round. But it takes a lot more mentally to get up when it's cold and stuff. The sun, it's dark in the morning. The sun's not waking me up. So since we came back from Aruba, having those 2 weeks, hey, Coach Nay, having those 2 weeks, it was 88 consistently every day, sun shining, right? So coming back, it was kind of And so today, 32 degrees. I woke up and it was oh my gosh, I had to get up out early to get this hair done. And so I had to really, I told my husband, he was oh, it's cold out there. And I was yeah, not 88. And I could feel myself getting in this And so I was okay. I'm talking to him, and I was I got to get myself together. And he was yes, say one of your quotes or something, right? I was I got to get in the right headspace. So I have to be conscious sometimes. It is a conscious choice, like Coach Jess said, right? A daily decision. And so I turned on some music. All right, okay. and I'm forgetting her name, but I'm going to tag it. That got me through this morning. Turned that on, turned it up, and decided, okay, like move on, let it go. You're not in Aruba, you're here. And I had to choose to be happy. So by the time I got to the salon, you know, I was my happy self, walked in smiling, and it was back. Yes, winter blues is real. I mean, I know people that really do get seasonal depression, like deep. So yes, it is a choice. So do I stay happy? I choose to be happy. So even wouldn't say I stay. I have those moments, right, that I have to just choose and pull myself up out of and talk to myself. That's self-talk is so important in how we do it. I have to literally sometimes, as crazy as it may sound, like be like, okay, Jamie, like you got to get it together. Like enough. So quiet that inner critic that gets crazy sometimes. So that was all the questions that I had DM wise. If you have any, drop them. If you have a topic that you want to talk about, do drop it in the comments, and we can definitely, we're here together, talk about it. If not, I'm going to, and I shouldn't say if not, I'm going to move on to the tips for the holidays that I wanted to go over as far as the mental space. Jazz said, I have to talk to myself every morning. Yes, sometimes it's like that, and that's good. That's where our affirmations come in. It doesn't even have to be necessarily a, you don't have to be in a funk to put yourself in a good place. Just do it. Like every day, like Jasmine said, right? I do that 2 conversations with myself in the mirror. Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, Coach 𝒥𝒂𝒃, she's not on right now, but she posted a post, Coach 𝒥𝒂𝒃. Go check out her page today. Specifically today, she did this mirror on the wall affirmation, and it was so dope. I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Literally in the mirror, like, girl, mirror on the wall. Who is the dopest, the flyest, the yes? So whatever you have to do to remind yourself who you are, because you are fly, you are dope, you are capable, equipped, and all that stuff. But sometimes, you know, we forget or we get distracted. And so we got to like pull ourselves back and make sure we start our days on, on a good note. So I love that. So I want to touch on some mindset tips as we get ready to go into whether it's just weather, whether it's the holidays. Some people, get depressed around the holidays. And I think it may be a little more now because of COVID. So I just wrote a couple of things down. And again, if it's something that you think of, definitely drop it in. So first way to help you mentally during this holiday and pandemic is set realistic expectations. Keep things in perspective. And my notes that I did on that is 1, we know that we're not going to be able to, I would hope not, I hope everybody's going to be safe. We know that we're not going to be able to gather like we usually do, right? Black Friday is going to look a lot different if you even go out anymore. I do all mine online anyway, but if you're one of the used to that crowd and hitting the stores, it's going to be different. If you're used to gathering in like big gatherings with family and friends around the holiday, that's going to be different. So get yourself ready mentally now and set that expectation so that as you run up against this stuff, it's not like this constant disappointment. Just set the realistic expectation in your head that this is what it's going to be and put things in perspective, meaning a couple of things. 1, it's for the greater good, right? We know what this is and we know why it has to be different, right? This is because we want to be safe. We want to be safe for ourselves. We want to protect our loved ones. We want to be considerate of those around us. So it's for a good cause. Remind yourself of that. Like, this is for the greater good, right? Although it may be uncomfortable, it may not be what we're used to. Put it in perspective. And speaking of depression and season calls to do to pork and a liar, hopefully you guys can still hear me. The other thing is a lot of people have lost people, unfortunately, due to this virus. So while we would maybe be prone to complain or kind of be, upset about what we can't do, we're here, and we're here. Some people did not make it, and those families are going to be going through so much more missing those people that they have lost due to this virus. So keep that in perspective when, you want to get into a funk about it or a complaint. You know what? I'm here, and even if it has to be over Zoom, I'm here, and I hate to say it, but right, it could be worse. So keep it in perspective and help you to stay in a positive mental state. The other thing I had, and let me see if anybody has added anything. Yes, Jess, back to the affirmation. You absolutely have to believe them, right? To speak them over yourself. Yes. Stay safely connected. That was 2. Stay safely connected because you can get lonely and stuff. So this is not the time to withdraw, but stay connected. And I say safely connected. We have Zoom. Take full advantage of technology. We have FaceTime and groups and Instagram. You can chat on Instagram. And if you're on here, then you obviously have that. So stay safely connected. Don't withdraw. Stay connected to your loved ones, and again, safely, right? 3 was make the most of the situation. Like I said, stay positive, stay optimistic. You can't hit the stores, but to alleviate stress and anxiety of the shopping, start early. Do online, personalize. You can personalize things, e-cards, gift cards. Take advantage of what's available to you. And try, like I said, to do early so you don't get up against the last minute and kind of build up the stress and anxiety that can come along with the holidays. The other thing was, I had one more, 2 more, sorry. Plan ahead. I said that, and check in with yourself. Check in with yourself as far as, are you anxious? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you stressed? And incorporate coping mechanisms that you know work. If meditation works for you, incorporate it early. Like before you kind of hit that, practice it. Like, okay, you think ahead. This is going to be a stressful time. This may be a trigger, right? So if you have a coping mechanism, a healthy coping mechanism that you know works, I say start now as we go into the season, as opposed to being reactive. So plan ahead with that. Check in with yourself. If, I don't know everybody's situation, but if you need to call your doctor or therapist ahead of time and say, okay, I know this is coming, maybe a little more given the situation, do that. Reach out. There's support groups, there's hotline numbers. Reach out and stay connected to a healthy space, a healthy resource. They are out there. So I just encourage you, this is all just to stay in a good place, despite what's going on around us. Let's see, Coach Nay said, time blocking and weekly check-ins to plan ahead has helped my anxiety and stress. Exactly, great. So she's co-signing that advice. Thank you so much that works. Absolutely. Time blocking and weekly check-ins to plan ahead has helped with anxiety and stress. So I'm glad that I recommended that, and you can sign on to that. So that should hopefully help. If you missed the beginning, these are just some tips to help you mentally as we approach the holiday season, and especially during the pandemic. As we move into November, I wanted to just offer that some tips to kind of help, because I know that it's already sometimes a challenging season for people, and even more so with the pandemic. And it may be, like I said, we're here, but also my thoughts and prayers go to the families that have lost people that will be dealing with that as well on top of everything. So quick recap was the realistic expectations and keeping things in perspective, taking advantage of the technology and staying healthy, safely connected, planning ahead in terms of your shopping to alleviate stress and anxiety, and taking advantage of like online and e-cards and personalizing gifts that you can plan ahead and get those shipped. And then checking in with yourself and planning ahead as well as that. Checking in, anxious, overwhelmed, right? How you're feeling, and incorporate your coping mechanisms in advance. Incorporate them early and get ahead of it. Even if it means calling your therapist or doctor, get ahead of it before, so that you don't have to be reactive, and don't withdraw. Like I said, stay safely connected. So hopefully those tips are helpful to you. We covered some relationship advice. We covered the recap of everything that we did in the community and some things that are coming up. So as always, I'm appreciative of everybody that shares this space with me. I thank you for connecting. I do this at the end of every month. I go live throughout the month, but I do this at the end of every month, specifically called the Community Connect, so that we can share, connect, and offer some tips and encouragement to one another, because I do believe we grow better together. So before I go, I like to kind of keep these short so people can watch the replay. Before I go, if there's anything anybody wants to add, please do. And again, I thank you for sharing this space with me and being here. Stay connected. If you don't already follow, and engage in the comments. Send me a DM. Yeah, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's just a great space. It's a great community. So yeah. Okay, great, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the love. And that's all for now. Peace and happy. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Take good care. Be safe and stay well.